Welcome to the Bodaciously Awesome Family Show. Bodaciously Awesome Family Show. The only show dedicated to helping parents maximize their kids' experiences and for kids to reap the fun. Here are your hosts, the Bodacious family, Adam, Anthony, and
Zachary.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know. Welcome.
That's my job to sound weird.
I know. It's like all of a sudden, we played soccer this week, or Zachy played soccer.
Boom! This is what he did. Oh my gosh! Cross to the center!
Well, maybe we should have crossed the center. Y'all can listen to the Dad Goes Horse, coaching soccer episode. But yeah, all of a sudden, I've been talking fine all day until we come down to podcast time, and now it's kind of like I think I need a lozenge.
Oh, I love lozenges. Lozenges of those.
Ricola!
Oh my goodness.
I know, right?
I know. I'm going to try to put this on. I did also sing some Aerosmith and Skid Row on the way to go to the grocery store, so that could have just helped out.
I think that was it.
It certainly didn't.
Steven Tyler hurts your voice. It's okay.
Steven Tyler does hurt my voice. That's true. All right, we are not talking about my voice or Steven Tyler, unfortunately. Maybe we should try to talk to Steven. Do you think Steven Tyler would talk to us?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But he should. So if you're listening to this, Steven Tyler, as you should be, give us a call. Drop us a line at bodaciousfamilyshow.com, or you can find us on the Twitter at bodaciousfamily, or you can find us everywhere you can find podcasts, right?
Okay, so in case you didn't understand, grovel over here, it's Facebook at Bodaciously Awesome Family Show, Twitter at Bodacious Family, and Bodaciously Awesome Family Show at gmail.com.
Those are the things that I said. Yes, that's correct.
Oh, hold on. We also have to mention we have a new Facebook page for Bodaciously Awesome Tampa Bay, where we are featuring our excursions in and around the Bay Area.
That's right. So if you are in the Bay Area or you just like to hear about the Bay Area, you should definitely check out Bodaciously Awesome Tampa Bay. And it's just some pictures and just fun stuff about the area with restaurants. We're doing sunset pictures every other Sunday, just kind of get a nice sunset, kind of get people in the mood of not being... Well, right now we're doing this from, in the winter. So, if you want to be tired of your cold weather and you want to see some awesome beach pictures and, sunsets, you can.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right, so, Mommy, what are we talking about today?
Which one are we talking about today?
We're talking about the orange farm.
Was that today?
That's today.
Oh, okay.
Right, we literally did it today, and we're talking about today. Because right now we're talking about it, even though it won't air today, it's going to air later.
Well, us three are talking about it. You are, sort of talking, I don't know, farting through your mouth.
Okay, maybe you should just grab the microphone and take over.
That's not nice.
Okay.
Okay, so we are talking about Dooley Groves in Ruskin, Florida.
I ate too much tangerines.
Could you eat too many tangerines?
You've only had 2.
I know, but
Or
they
3?
were big ones.
Oh, come on.
We told you, I heard you. So
I had 3.
I ate 5 apples and it did nothing. Actually, 6 apples in one day, and it did nothing.
I had 3.
That's not correct.
I had 3, huge tangerines.
You did. So, Anthony, since apparently I can't talk, why don't you give us some flavor here? Tell us about Dooley Groves.
So, Dooley Groves, and I know this is going to shock you, but there's a lot of oranges.
What?
Actually, I don't think there's any oranges.
Fine.
There
There's
were
a lot
tangerines.
of tangerines and Honeybells. Okay?
And there was grapefruit.
And I'm not done. There's grapefruit. There were lemons, literally the size of Zachary's head. And you might think, oh, there's no way the lemons were actually the size of Zachary's head. No, we have a picture. They were literally the size of Zachary's head.
Yes, so we have been to Dooley Groves before, but we decided to go back and visit again for a twofold reason. One, because it is a great excursion on a lovely Florida winter day, as today was, because you're outside, you get to get out into the groves and pick the oranges yourself. And 2, we were invited as a guest of the chief grower and owner, Mike. So we should give a shout out to Dooley Farms, Mike.
Yay,
All right,
Mike!
everybody on the count of 3, we're going to shout to Mike. 1, 2, 3.
Mike! Oh,
Yay,
Dad, is your
Mike!
throat okay?
No, not anymore.
Yeah.
Yay, Mike!
So he did invite us out, which was awesome, and bodaciously awesome, some might say. And most times there, we've been there before, and this is frowned upon if you go out and pick things off the you pick and eat them there. They want you to put them in the basket and pay for them, and then eat them. But he let us actually pick them and eat them directly, which Zach did fervently.
Oh.
Yeah, those tangerines.
Good.
Mrs. Mike really encouraged us to sample the merchandise, and so we all tried the tangerine fresh off the tree, and they were so good.
They were not bad.
And she had actually told us, she kind of helped. We didn't know how you pick or like what how to classify.
You twist it this way, and then you pull really hard.
Yeah, that's how you keep them off. But we also didn't know like which ones were really good or sweet, and she told us that they all basically have about the same amount of sweetness. So that's the smaller they are, the sweeter they taste as it then spreads out.
And you also want to, and this was challenging for Anthony, you also want to look for the deep orange color, where some of them were greenish, some of them were more of a light skin. You want to look for the smallest, deepest orange that you can find to get the sweetest fruit.
But Anthony's colorblind.
It's not colorblind, it's color impaired. It's an entirely different
Whatever.
thing.
Is that why we have like those obvious ones in there that are incredibly not yet ripe?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so yeah, because we do have more than one of those. And what I loved, my favorite part about this, is that so they cordon off like parts of the grove, so that way when people start picking, they can pick through the trees, and then they open up new lanes or new parts of the grove every week. So that way you can kind of keep going, and there's always fresh fruit. And so we got to go not only to a part that hadn't been picked, but then we got to go to like a reserve part of the farm way in the back that is like for the Honeybell. Those were amazing. It was the extra special fruit. It was like Eden back there.
Are you talking about the tangerines?
Yeah.
Those were the ones in the back.
Yeah, those. They were always so good.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so Honeybells are a particular breed of orange. They look like almost like a teardrop
Or
shape.
like a bell.
Yeah, like a bell. Or like a bell.
Like the Liberty Bell.
Yeah, or teardrop, which is a similar shape. They look very, very pretty hanging on the tree. They look like Christmas ornaments.
They did look like Christmas ornaments. Actually, a good point.
Before I kind of feel bad because like the people who have like the reserved thing, but we got to do like a ton of grows. But if you get like reserved, you get an alley like skunk, alligator, and there's 2 preserved lanes, and you only get 2 lanes that people have already picked, so it's like not that fun. But we gotta go to like the back. No one has picked it, like a bajillion rows. It was so cool.
Yeah, and when you said like skunk or alligator, they name the lane so people know where to go. So those signs move. But yeah, that's what those meant.
And also, back to the Christmas tree thing, I moved that we have a Honeybell tree for our Christmas tree next year.
That is an intriguingly bad idea.
That'd be kind of fun. So the other element that was kind of cool is, and something Florida is famous for, is ruby red grapefruit. Now, I am not a grapefruit fan.
Me neither.
Me neither.
Yeah, as I told Mike, I've never met a grapefruit that I liked.
Me neither.
I've tried many times, and I just can't make it happen, even with a ton of sugar. But I think anything you have to dump a ton of sugar on to make it taste good, then you just shouldn't even bother. That's my feeling.
We're such nerds.
Yeah, but Mike was up to the challenge. Mike.
Wait.
Okay. No.
Hold on.
We don't need to go back to. Let me just keep talking. We don't have to go back to that.
Or gobstoppers.
Oh, that's even worse.
Oh, jeez. Okay. So anyway, Mike was up to the challenge, and he said, "I've got grapefruit that you'll like," and I was like, "Ha! No way. There's no way I'll like your grapefruit because I don't like grapefruit." He's like, "Challenge accepted."
Yeah, you were pretty defiant too. Like you were like, "No, I'm not going to like this," and he's like, "Yes, you will." I mean, he was meeting that challenge, but you were like, "No way."
Yeah, so we got to go to the staff kitchen and have the grapefruit cut, and oh my gosh, it was like the best grapefruit ever. So good that I actually got a bag of them to bring home, and usually grapefruit are not on the par with onions, which I don't allow in my house, but I don't buy them because traditionally I don't like them. But these are amazing.
And they had these big ones. I forgot what they were called.
They were the pomelos.
No. They're called pomelos.
Right, that's what I said.
Yeah. Do not confuse them with grapefruit because they are not grapefruit. But Mike did say they were the granddaddy of grapefruit.
But he's just like granddaddy because they're huge. So, like, if we talked about the lemons that was the size of Zach's head, the pomelo was almost the size of a small bowling ball.
Yeah, and honestly, you probably could have used it as a bowling ball, but instead we used it to put in our mouths, which was a far better choice.
Do you think we would have bowled a strike?
Yes. But no, like, I've seen pomelos in stores before, and they're always big. So someone might be listening going, I've seen those. They aren't that big. They're just being hyperbolic. No, these are they were the they were the single biggest fruit I've ever seen next to a jackfruit.
You know what? I will post a picture of said pomelo. There's one sitting on my counter right now. I will post it onto Bodaciously Awesome Tampa Bay Facebook page and Bodaciously Awesome Family Show Facebook page, so you can see it for yourself.
Yeah, like we'll have to we'll have some sort of like scale to it. But yeah, it was huge.
I concur. And I just grabbed the microphone from Dad because he is. Oh my God! Ha ha ha!
He's doing like a bad Batman impression, but for like the whole episode.
Oh my God!
I'm Fruit Man.
I'm Freezer.
Okay.
Okay, so is there one other thing I wanted to say too? Why going to pick fruit is cool. Florida has several different varieties of fruit that you can pick throughout the year. So like right now we're in winter, and that is citrus season. So you got your grapefruits, you got your honeybells, you got your oranges, your tangerines. Yeah, and lemons apparently. And we also have strawberries going on right now. And we need to make our way down to Goodson Farms, which is in Waimama, not too far from where Dooley Groves is located, because they have fresh strawberries, and they are amazingly sweet and plump and juicy. And then when strawberry season ends, there's a short reprieve, and then we get blueberry season.
Blueberry!
Zachary loves blueberry season. Because
wait, really? He does?
Yeah, he's a giant blueberry.
Yeah, you could just go and pick them straight off the bush, and you find a good organic farm, and you can just go and just eat a straw.
And Zachary will eat his weight in blueberries.
Oh yeah, I ate an entire 5-pound container.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing.
Yeah, so this is one of the things, I mean, we've been in Florida for a while, but this is one of the things I really like about Florida is, you can grow your fruit, grow your food, just right there out in the open. You just go pick it off a tree and eat it. It's great.
Yeah, and we have, like, in our yard, actually, we have bananas. We actually have some bananas harvested. We just kind of took up. And then the camelmelon fruit, or whatever those called, like, there's these super...
They're pronounced camelmelon.
Yeah, that way. So, if I can ask a question here. Anthony, what we ate today, what was your favorite of the fruits?
Definitely the tangerine.
Well, we haven't actually tried the honeybell yet.
That's true. So, for right now, the tangerine, but it might become the Christmas ornament.
Ooh, do you want me to go get one?
You might as well.
Yeah!
So,
My favorite's the tangerine.
Y'all keep talking.
So they were good. Like Mom, I was very surprised at how much I liked the grapefruit.
Yeah, but
and the pomelo.
better.
Oh, I loved the pomelo.
Yeah, the pomelo was really... The tangerine was by far the best. We all agree. The pomelo was surprisingly good, because I was expecting to be very, very bitter or tart.
It wasn't bitter at all, really.
No, it wasn't overly sweet, but it still had that citrus flavor. It was really good.
It tastes. I don't like bitter at all. If it tastes like bitter, I will not eat it. It was bitter and sour, and I like a little sour, but not too much sour, and I hate bitter. So I didn't like it.
That's fair.
But yeah.
So, Anthony, what else did you like? So when my mom was saying we go off and we kind of can do this in Florida, it was a great social distant activity, right? Because you're in a giant field. There's no one really near you. We've talked about that before when we did the blueberry picking.
Oh, you want to smell it?
Yeah, I smelled it the second you walked in.
Yeah.
Oh,
so Mom is come in here with a honeybell. Holy cow. And yes, it is.
Whoa.
If you can't smell that, you have COVID.
No, they might be able to smell this through the podcast. That is... And
very fragrant.
Yeah, this was a little harder to peel. A really thick rind on this one, too, to keep it nice and safe. One thing he told us, I thought this was really interesting, because he was talking about the freezing. If the field freezes, and it could damage his crop. And he was talking about how he actually would turn on the sprinklers to, then create a fog when it freezes up, and that will actually protect a lot of the fruit.
He also said it's very juicy, which Mom is learning the hard way right now.
Yes, I think she's peeling in our closet, and there's juice squirting all over our clothes.
But it's going to smell really good in this closet.
Yeah, it is.
Make up for your stinky clothes in here.
Yeah, you're like squirting things. It's just like, a baseball team that just won the playoffs, and instead of champagne, you are throwing tangerine juice or honeybell juice everywhere.
Okay, that was one of the worst analogies I've ever heard
wait
in my
a
life.
second,
No, it's just like that. It's like the champagne going sploosh splash.
Okay.
Get the microphone. I'm doing it first. The honeybell is inactive.
Inactive. I think it's active.
It's dripping.
Well, just eat it, honey.
That is definitely good.
So, as I'm doing this, I might recommend that you cut this with a knife and eat your Honeybells that way.
Oh my god, it's amazing.
Rather
Yeah,
than
that's better than
peeling
tangerine.
it, because this is really messy and difficult to peel.
Well, you probably shouldn't try to do it live on a podcast in your closet while sitting
Ah!
down. No, it's squirting everywhere it go!
I was trying to get a piece for myself, but I just can't get this piece off.
I'd sit there and shrink it.
Ah! Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah,
well, he also says that. He says they juice a lot of them.
This is definitely a juice orange.
Don't be grabbing
A orange.
I
A
seriously
orange?
can't get
We
this
should
off.
probably consider juicing one. We can probably get a juicer and juice one just because that is fantastic.
Yeah, we're all gonna need to go and take a bath, and I'm gonna have to spray my closet.
I
for
need a
ants.
bath.
Nah,
I
it's
just
fine.
took one.
I think I'm gonna just kind of bathe in that
I
juice.
just
You do have a puddle growing underneath you now.
I noticed that.
Her hands are soaking wet. Her hands are dripping.
Oh,
Yeah.
But you know what? It's really good.
It is
Yeah,
fantastic.
it's really good.
All right. So, Zachary, does this change your... Okay, wait, back off. She'll give you both a piece.
Yeah. I
Does
think
this
I think
change
we're gonna
your
have to
opinion on which one is the best?
no.
So you still go Tangerine, then Honeybell?
Yes.
Anthony?
Definitely this better.
So you go Honeybell, Tangerine.
Honestly, I think I'm just going to have a few of each before I decide.
That's probably fair.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to have an entire basket of tangerines, and then I'll decide.
You know what I found was kind of funny, by the way, Anthony?
Yeah. Mom's bringing out the towels, by the way.
Yes, she is. One thing I found funny is that here we are. We just had a podcast episode about tangerines and Honeybells.
Yeah.
And some people would say, golly, what about apples next? And that's funny because
Spoiler alert.
it won't be the next episode probably. I mean, but we do have an episode where we visited the apple farm.
I think you mean heaven.
Okay. We just want to say, people, give us a break. It's COVID world right now. We're doing the best we can. Okay.
But seriously, these are great activities.
Fruit is epic, okay, Mom?
It's true.
But for families, need something to do. You want to kind of still be COVID friendly. These are perfect. And if you live in Tampa Bay, you live in Florida where there are some nice groves going on. This is the U-pick that you want to do.
Yes.
Zach has no words. He's just trying to wait for his next piece of
By
tangerine.
the way, I would not necessarily recommend you pick strawberries. It is a thing, but you know what? You have to bend over a lot because strawberries are very low to the ground. You definitely want to stick with blueberries, which are about the bushes are about the height of your shoulders, or the citrus fruits where you can easily pull them off the tree.
Absolutely. All right, so, Mom, is there anything else you want to say about Dooley Groves, Dooley Farms, the yummy tangerines and the Honeybells and grapefruits and pomelos?
I can't believe I like grapefruit. I am so grateful to Mike for meeting my challenge and introducing me to grapefruit I can actually enjoy.
So what are you going to do with those grapefruits? Like, for breakfast? Are you going to juggle them? What's the
Snack.
plan?
Yeah.
Not in her car, no.
They're totally going to be a snack, but I'm going to eat them.
Okay. Anthony, anything else you want to say about the farms, the groves, and the yummy fruitsies?
No, there is! One more thing we gotta say before we sign off.
There is!
One more thing we gotta say before we sign off, and that is Zachary's random thought of the day. As soon as he gets that piece of Honeybell out of his mouth, what is it?
All right, I think that the random thought is Honeybells. So go eat your citrus fruit, get your vitamin C, and avoid scurvy. And we'll talk to y'all next week. But talk to you later. Bye! No scurvy.